Halloween just came and went.
Trick or treat.
Oh, wow, it's the Avengers!
That's right.
Oh, and Honey Boo Boo!
You've got some delicious candy left behind from all that trick-or-treating. Jolly Ranchers, Reese's Mini Cups, Hershey's Chocolate. All of them are the sugar-free kind, cause mom doesn't want your teeth to fall out like those of zombies. But hold on a second, sugar-drunk alien. Ever wondered what's swimming in the murky depths of your Diet Coke? What about that gum you're chewing? Seems pretty sweet for sugar-free, right? Well, Foodspirators, we've talked a lot about delicious and weird things before, but you'll never find a video sweeter than this, because we're unraveling the conspiracy behind a product that is 200 times sweeter than sugar. Aspartame, the worst artificial sweetener, and it's in your Diet Coke. Call up your dentist, because by the time we're done with this foodspiracy, you're gonna be needing his services. Sweet things are nice, we all know that, but what if we spilled the beans about a sweetener hidden in your daily munchies that just might have a backstage pass to the cancer party? Yeah, not so sweet now. And the way it found its way into your food? It's a full-blown conspiracy, folks. Fear not, because where there's a suspicious sugar substitute, there's a foodspiracy. And where there is a foodspiracy, you'll find us chugging down questionable sodas so you don't have to. So let's put our aliens conspiracy cream right here. First things first, meet the mysterious villain pulling the strings in our food.
I have really gone to a lot of trouble not to leave the house.
Aspartame is the artificial chemical wizard that's been casting spells over food and beverage products since the 1980s. You'll honestly be shocked at just how much of our foods and snacks have aspartame in them. The stuff stealthily infiltrated diet sodas, it's in yogurts, it's even hiding in chewable vitamins. Cereal? Yup. Toothpaste? Of course. Cough drops? You bet. Aspartame is like an alien invasion and resistance is futile. You can't escape it. But therein lies the problem. Why is it so shady? Why can no one decide if it's bad for us or just okay enough for consumption? And what's this about cancer? Yeah, there's a sneaking suspicion that one of the possible side effects of using the sneaky sweetener might be cancer. And let's not forget, heart problems? Are you serious? Well, the rumor mill is buzzing like a beehive, and aspartame is in the hot seat. So what do scientists say about the aspartame debate? Well, we've got some studies claiming that aspartame is nothing more than a sugar-covered villain, causing havoc in our bodies. Rats getting tumors like scenes from a rodent horror movie? Ants dying? Will the human race ever find a way to test out food without offing other creatures? We'll never know. But what we do know is that the results of these studies aren't as conclusive as they may seem. Getting the obvious out of the way, rats and ants aren't humans, so what is fine for us could be deadly for them. But let's actually look at the studies. In the early 2000s, Italian researchers went all out, feeding mice high levels of aspartame, like they were setting up a rodent sugar carnival. The result? More mice with tumors than a cheesy B-grade horror film involving rats and aliens. But this study comes with a catch. The cause of those lesions was inconclusive. No one was exactly sure how the rats got them. Was it actually the aspartame? Were they just sick beforehand? Was it caused by stress? The uncertainties kept floating around until finally, in 2009, the European Food Safety Authority stepped into the scene, examined the research, and said, "Hold on, folks. We smell something fishy." Their verdict? No indication of any carcinogenic potential from the sweetener. But what about the study involving ants? So, back in 2017, there was a Chinese study involving the effects of aspartame on ants. For full disclosure, this study didn't only have the ants on an aspartame diet, it had them on saccharin too. Because you know what they say, variety is the spice of ant life. At the end of the study, there was an 80% ant mortality rate in 72 hours. Talk about an ant apocalypse, right? But, and this is a big but, let's not forget that they threw these poor ants into a box, away from their cozy colonies and queen, which, as we know, is like sending them on a terrible ant vacation with questionable snacks. Oh, and don't get too dramatic about the 80% figure. The control group had 70% mortality with sugar water, which frankly makes you question the box they were in and not the aspartame. Or maybe ants just have beef with sugar water and sweeteners. So does this study scream, aspartame is an ant assassin? Not exactly. The devil is in the details, or in this case, the box and the ant vacation package. In summary, if the experiment had been done in better conditions, the ants may have survived survived, and it probably wasn't the aspartame that did them in. And here's a bonus nugget. Have you ever seen that infamous picture of ants avoiding an aspartame lollipop like the plague? Turns out it was an ad campaign by chaps who wanted to prove their sugar-free lollipops were ant-approved. Spoiler, ants, like us, can fall for marketing hype. So, the rats don't prove aspartame causes cancer, and the ants don't prove they're harmful to us. But if we haven't figured out how bad or good it really is, why is it everywhere? To put into perspective just how many brands use aspartame in their products, let's run down this list. Diet Coke, Diet Fanta, Diet Sprite, Diet Pepsi, Pepsi Zero Sugar, and even Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry. But wait, the aspartame infiltration goes deeper with Diet Mountain Dew and Diet Mug Root Beer joining the shadowy ranks. Even Hall's sugar-free drops and Mrs. Butterworth's sugar-free syrup have fallen under the hand of aspartame like the Galactic Empire under Darth Vader. Sounds like a lot, but we're not done yet. This grand scheme extends to Snapple Zero Sugar Tea and juice drinks, Jello Sugar-Free Gelatin Dessert Mix, and even Mentos Pure Fresh Gum in flavors like Fresh Mint, Spearmint, and Sweet Mint. Equals zero-calorie sweetener, Trident Sugar-Free Peppermint Gum, Extra Spearmint Sugar-Free Chewing Gum, Sugar Twin Sweetener Packets, and Carrie's Sugar-Free Low-Calorie Syrup are also all part of the aspartame empire. Who would have thought that diet sodas were juggling with our health like clowns juggling knives? The irony is as thick as the aspartame sweeteners they're hiding. And this would all be a funny joke if not for the health risks they pose. But before we get into the horror show of health hazards brought to you by your favorite diet sodas, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to get updates on all things stomach upsetting. Done? Okay, let's get back to it. First up on the list is weight gain. Who needs a gym when you have diet soda, right? Wrong! Studies suggest that diet sodas might actually be the puppet masters behind your sneaky weight gain. But it's not the only thing you have to worry about. How could we ever forget about all the heart problems? Ever wanted to die of heart disease? Diet sodas got you covered. As a bonus, older studies have found that both diet and regular soda intake could be linked to an increased risk of stroke. Fun? Not. Let's not forget just how addictive these drinks can get. At a point, one can never be enough, and you'll start chugging them down like milk on a Monday. Diet sodas could be messing with your cravings, turning you into a sugar-hungry zombie. It's the stuff nightmares are made of, a never-ending cycle of sweet cravings fueled by the very drink you thought was your weight loss helper. So where's the FDA in all of this? Surely they would have snuffed out the conspiracy before we did. Surely they'll want to protect the good citizens of America from slurping on potentially harmful substances. Well, in the early 80s, aspartame waltzed its way into FDA approval despite the concerns and controversies running around it. It was first approved in 1974, and since then, it's been approved for use in dry foods and even expanded its territory to carbonated beverages in 1983. But wait, there's more drama backstage. A public board of inquiry in 1985 raised an eyebrow, expressing reservations about the quality and integrity of the initial studies that got aspartame approved in the first place. And the FDA commissioner overruled the board stance, so aspartame dodged the chopping block. So what's the dark secret lurking in the FDA's approval saga? Was it a tale of thorough examination or a script with missing scenes? We're not saying the FDA is a co-conspirator, but we're also not ruling out the possibility of something strange going on. Whichever the case, the FDA keeps insisting,
"Fear not, for we have set an acceptable daily intake, or ADI, a magic number that guards your health against the aspartame enchantment."
But we know that story's too good to be true. Aspartame is one of the most studied food additives in history. According to the FDA, it has undergone the scrutiny of over 100 studies, and they've reviewed them all and found it safe for human consumption. They also claim they've been keeping a watchful eye on aspartame since its debut, reading all that scientific literature and checking the data like a guardian angel of food safety. But our dear alien-loving Foodspirators, what if the FDA isn't telling the full truth? Seriously, if aspartame is this contested, shouldn't we not use it in our foods? And what does all this really say about sugar substitutes? We know of regular sugar, and now we definitely know of aspartame. But what other sweeteners can we get our hands on? And why is it that these misunderstood heroes are often accused of being co-conspirators in the grand sugar saga? First off is stevia, a green-clad sweetener that comes from the leaves of the Stevia rebaudiana plant. It's been celebrated as a natural alternative to artificial sweeteners like aspartame. But is it really the virtuous knight it claims to be? Well, despite its natural origins, stevia faces its fair share of skepticism. Some claim it leaves a bitter aftertaste, while others question its impact on metabolism. But Foodspirators, could it be that the sugar industry, fearing a sweet rebellion, has sown seeds of doubt? It would not. Another contender in the ring is monk fruit extract. It's not really a monk, but this sweetener promises a low-calorie haven. However, monk fruit isn't allegation-free. Rumors that it leads to digestive discomfort and other potential side effects echo through the dietary monastery. But the biggest, baddest elephant in the room is actually erythritol. This sugar alcohol seems like a gift from the sweet heavens. Few calories? Lower impact on blood sugar? Who wouldn't want that? Yet, whispers circulate that it may cause digestive distress. Could all these accusations against sugar substitutes be smear campaigns fueled by the big sugar to maintain their sweet supremacy? Have we all been misled by false rumors started by sweet mafia lords who wanted to fatten their own pockets? Maybe aspartame was never a bad guy in the first place. Well, we'll find out for certain soon enough, because we're about to give you the World Health Organization's verdict on aspartame. Hold on to your soda cans, Foodspirators, because the curtain is about to close on the sweetest showdown of the decade. From approval to controversy to use despite the controversy, aspartame has had some good years running, but is it a carcinogen or not? Well, let's listen to what the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer, or IARC, says about it. Drum roll, please. The World Health Organization's Expert Committee on Food Additives has labeled aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Yup! That's the verdict given in the current year. Basically, it could give you cancer, but also might not. A definite carcinogen would be cigarettes. You know, those little sticks famously known to cause lung cancer? Aspartame isn't that bad, but it's still something. Now, you might be wondering, what about that 80s recommendation on how much aspartame is safe? Well, they suggested no more than 40 milligrams of aspartame per kilogram of body weight per day. A quick calculation tells us that limit would let the average American woman gulp down at least 14 cans of leading diet soda every day. Talk about a bubbly problem. So, to close the age-old debate once and for all, is diet soda really better for us? Well, if you paid any attention at all to the video, the answer is a big fat no. Sorry aliens, drop the Diet Coke. You're not really deceiving anyone. Now say goodbye to the questionable sodas and embrace a sugar substitute-free existence. Ouch! Do we mean you've got to give up on sweet things completely? Fear not, you can still enjoy sweet things without the possibility of cancer. How are you going to do that? Well, here are some sweeter alternatives that won't have you questioning your life choices. There's honey, nature's golden nectar that's both delicious and packed with antioxidants and various health benefits. Swap out those artificial sweeteners for the real deal. There's also maple syrup, perfect for pancakes. Not artificial at all if you know how to pick the right one. You could try stevia. Be wary of the bitter aftertaste though. And also monk fruit. Watch out for potential digestive discomfort. But we're sure you'll be fine. And also, check out erythritol sweeteners, a world beyond the aspartame empire, where sweetness reigns without drama. Ditch the sodas, explore these alternatives, and let your taste buds revel in a new sugar substitute-free era. Now, if you'll excuse us, we've got a bottle of Diet Mountain Dew to finish.